Now in this tutorial, I'm going to create a promotional scene in your Facebook reel using VSDC free video editor. Now in this particular case, basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click or to select blank project, so I can leave the title open for now. So I just click on finish. So it is going to display such kind of a canvas, but in this case I want to convert it so that it fits the Facebook reel. And therefore, if you missed my video on how to change the project dimension, you can go back to my YouTube channel, or you can check the description section for that link for the video on how you can go to do that. But basically I'm going to change the width to 1080, and then this one is supposed to be 1920, so that it can be able to appear to be vertical. Yeah, so there is a reason why it should appear vertical in this particular case. After doing that, basically you are going to bring in the first artwork that we created in my previous video on how to create a promotional artwork for your Facebook reel. So I'm going to bring the first artwork, and the first artwork is here. So we're going to click on add image. Then this is the image that I want to bring here. So I'm going to click on this image, and then I'm going to open. So you realize that you just click OK. So you realize that that particular artwork is going to fit within this canvas. You can see how it fits very well without any problem in this canvas here. Now the next thing to do is that we want to bring in now the video. Now this video that I just want to bring here is just scrolling through the YouTube page of God Servant, and therefore we just want to show you, we want to show the name of the YouTube page, and then we show the videos that are there in that YouTube page. So how can you create such kind of a simple video for your YouTube channel? Basically you can use screen recorders, for example like Loom. You can use screen recorders like any recorder. So there are many applications outside there that you can be able to use to do some kind of recording of your screen when you are hovering over your YouTube channel, so that you can be able to show people the name and also the work that you have already done in that particular contest. Now in this particular case, I've already recorded mine, and therefore I'm going to display in this particular case. So what I'm going to do, I just click on video, add video. So that video is found in this particular folder. So let me find it. You go to videos, and then you go to this studio, and then you just select the video wherever you have put it. So if you have used the phone, make sure that you import it to your desktop, or you can as well be able to import it to your project directly. So in this particular case, I just select this and then I click open. So they are asking me from cursor position, yes. So you can see that video has been brought on board, but now that video is not well placed. I want that video to appear at the top of this canvas, so of this particular image. So what I need to do, I drag the image down, and then I can go to push this video up to this particular end. Now when I push it up to this particular end, you realize that it is covering exactly where I want it to cover. So you can see up to that particular point. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger so that it is visible enough. So I can go to make it bigger. Yes. So this is a video that shows the content in this Facebook page. So what I just want to do, I just want to get rid of this part at the top. Make sure that I get rid of part at the bottom. So basically, how do I crop this? So I just click on this video, and then I go to crop. Crop tool is here. So when I click on crop, it is going to display on my screen areas that I want to remove as unwanted. So I just want to remove this part at the top here. I can as well be able to remove this part at the bottom here up to this particular point. and also I can go to remove the sideways. So I'm not interested in this sideways. I'm just interested in the content that is in this particular YouTube channel. So after doing that, you just click OK, and you can see it is well fit within that particular location. Now, one thing that I want to make sure that it is well aligned with the content that we just wrote down there. So I don't want it to be too high, I don't want it to be too low, I just want it to be at that particular position. So you can see it is well positioned at the top there. So when you do that, you realize that it is well positioned, and therefore somebody can easily be able to tell what you're trying to explain in this particular context. So that is it about that particular part. Now the next thing that you want to do, we had already created the audio for promotion. So we had already created the audio for our promotion. So if you missed also that video on how to create a promotional message for your Facebook reel, you can look at the description section for that particular video so that you can go to create a promotional message for your YouTube video. Now after doing that, I just click on this artwork here, and then I go to add, it's a sound, so I'm going to add sound. So I'm going to add sound, and that sound is found under downloads. I've also gone to music, so that the name of that particular audio is to get full message. So I click here, and then I open. So automatically it is going to add at the end here, but I don't want it to be at the end. I want it to be at the bottom here. So I'm going to drag it up to that particular point. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to resize this artwork so that it can be able to fit with the audio. So when the audio comes to an end, also this artwork should come to an end, and also this video should come to an end. So I'm going to resize all these so that they can go together. So I'm going to drag this position up to that, this pointer up to that particular position, and then I click on this artwork, and then I resize it there. Make sure that I resize it up to that particular point, and then after doing that, I also bring my video up to that particular point, like that. So after doing that, I just try to play and see if everything is working correctly. So let me try to play it.
To get the full message and many other inspiring messages by Apostle Luke Rima, visit the Apostle Luke Rima YouTube channel today.
So it is working correctly. I like the way it is. So basically it is on point, and also the audio is okay at the background. So after doing that, we want to create another scene. We want to create the second scene, or we want to create another scene so that we can be able to incorporate the Facebook, the social media handle. So what you need to do, you just need to add new scene. So you just right click here and add new scene. So click here, add new scene, and then in that scene we want now to bring in the second artwork. After you have created the new scene, just go to you want to add the new artwork. So basically you click on this add picture. Now in the add picture, so I go to my desktop, and then I go to this folder, and then I want to bring this artwork in this particular case. So that artwork also, you can see it fits very well in that particular end. You can see it fits very well in that canvas because we created it on scale. Okay. Now the next thing that I want to do, I want now to bring the social media handle. I want to bring the social media handles in this case. Now how do you do that? Basically, to bring the social media handles, you just need to click on this add image, and then these are the social media handles. Now you click open. So the moment you bring it, you can see it is dark. Yeah. Why is it dark? Because it doesn't have the background. And you remember we had exported it as PNG. That's why you can see it is not having any background in this particular case. Now I want it to be at the top of the artwork. So what I'm going to do, I bring my artwork down, and then I move this social media up to the end, like that, up to that particular point. So you can see it fits very well at that particular position because it doesn't even interfere with the picture that I place it there. So there's nothing I can change here. I feel it is just okay. But I don't want this picture to be static. I want it to move. Yeah. So when this scene is going to be displayed, then you can see that that these particular social media handles, they jump in the scene. They are not exactly there. They are going to be brought into the scene. So how do you do that? You are supposed to apply what you call movement on this particular scene. Now, how do you apply movement? You double click on the social media artwork. So you double click on it so that it activates it, and then you go to add object, and then you go to movement, and then go to movement. Now when you click on movement, basically you can see it select that particular object that you want to apply movement. But maybe let me go back first. Control Z, click Control Z so that I remove it first from the scene, and then I can bring it back. So after doing that, just click on, I want just to make sure that it's out of the scene first. So I hold the left button of my mouse and then I drag it out. So I want it to come up to this particular end. Yeah. So after doing that, now you can be able to double click on it. So I'm going to double click on it, and after double clicking on it, I just go to add object, and then I go to movement. Now when I click on movement, I just click OK. Now you can see there is this square bracket. There's a square that has been displayed there. Maybe I can move it closer to the screen so that you can go to see what I'm trying to say. So that is to link up to that particular point. So there is a square here. So this is where it is going to show you how you're going to move. So I want to move this object into the scene. So how do you do that? You hold the left button on your mouse and then you drag. The moment I drag, you can see it is showing how that particular scene is going to be brought into this particular place. So up to that particular point, you can see it fits very well. So what I'm going to do, I just drop it there. So I've already dropped it there. So that is how it is going to appear. Now the next thing to do is there is a yellow point here. So this yellow point will determine how long it will take for that particular object to appear on screen. So I don't want it to take a lot of time. So I want to reduce the time that is expected up to that particular point. So I just want it to be immediate up to that particular point. You can position it here, you can position it there, anywhere that you want that yellow point to come. So up to that particular point, I think for me it is so much okay. Then when I do that, you can see it appears automatically. So when I run it, you can see it appears automatically, and that is exactly what I want. I don't want to waste a lot of time because it's a short reel, and therefore if you waste a lot of time, you'll be caught up between the reels. So that is how you can do about it. The last thing that I want to do, I just want to add some sound at the background of this particular scene. So how do you add that? I want to add this sound, so you can be able to download some free sound online. Make sure it is free, because if you pick a premium one, it requires you to pay for that. So what you need to do, just select a free sound for you to use in your reel. So click on add sound, and then go, I have got under music, I have got this one that I found online called movement. So movement, I click on movement, and then I click OK, and then I click OK. So you can see movement has been added in my scene, but I want just to reduce it. Okay. So you can see. So I'm not interested with the entire thing. I just want to have some kind of part of it. So I'm going to remove some unwanted parts. So let me just pick it from that point. So I just click on this segmentation marker, and then I just click OK, and then I split it. Then I can proceed. Okay, up to that particular point. So I am not interested with a lot of sound. So something like around 4 seconds or 5 seconds. Something 4 seconds or 5 seconds or 6 seconds. So I think I can pick up to 23. So up to 23, I can go up to 23. Yes, up to that particular point. I click on the marker, segmentation marker, click OK, and then click on this right to split it. So after doing that, I just want to get rid of the rest. So delete, click on it, delete, delete. And then you can also be able to move it here. So that is exactly how I want it to appear. So I can as well be able to reduce this at work, and also be able to reduce my social media platform, social media handles like that. So you can see it fits very well, and therefore I can as well be able to run it so that I see how it is going to look. So exactly that is what I want. So I've been able to create the first scene, I've also created the second scene, and therefore I want to export all of them. So what you just do, just click on export project, and then you can go ahead and export and then continue. So I've done this already. You go ahead and do that for your project to ensure that you can be able to have that. So that is it about that particular part. Okay, so after you have done this to export, after you have exported both the scenes, the first scene and the second scene, the next thing to do is now to incorporate the two scenes so that to be in the same scene. So what you want to do is that after the first scene has played, the second scene is going to come into play. So this is the first scene that you created, and therefore I want to bring in the second scene that you have just exported. So remember, when you export, these two scenes are going to be exported differently. Now you need to couple them together. Now how do you bring in the second scene? Basically, to bring in the second scene, you just click on this video at the top here, and then you go to add video, and then it is going to that folder where you have saved all that. So I've saved this under this particular folder called CapCut. Now in this particular folder, this is the project 2. So this is where the second scene is. So I just click here, and then I click open. Then it will ask me for cursor position. Yes, the cursor position. So you'll realize that it's going to be added up to that particular point. So there's nothing that you can change in this particular scene. Basically, in this case, it's just to go ahead and export the whole thing. So if you run it,
To get the full message and many other inspiring messages by Apostle Luke Rimo, visit the Apostle Luke Rimo YouTube channel today.
so you can see it is working very well, and it's so much okay. Audio is very much okay. Everything is fine. So you can just go ahead and export the way you did the first one. Just click on export and then export project. So you have done this. You have been able to incorporate the first scene and the second scene. So we have said that basically in this case you need to have the first scene that incorporates the video, the scroll video of the YouTube page, and then down here you have got a message that is being displayed there, and then at the background you have got an audio that tells the audience what is expected of them in that particular page. Then after doing that, you go to the next scene. In the second scene, you are supposed to display the social media handles of the person that you're promoting, of the person that you are going to market the social media handles. Now, after you have been able to do that, you just export each and every scene separately, and then you can go to join these scenes together. So thank you so much for listening, and bye bye.